Hello and welcome everyone. This is the lecture 7 of our series of e-lectures on the topic refrigeration and air conditioning. We are studying the air conditioning out of the topic. Now the last topic of this chapter is comfort air conditioning. For the human comfort, we are going to study what happens that humans uh, similar to all the machines available with us also work in a certain range of temperature. uh, Unlike machines, humans cannot tolerate a very large range of temperatures in their environment. Therefore, there is a requirement to maintain a sufficient environmental conditions for the humans to tolerate and to work efficiently. As far as human body is concerned, there are three mediums of heat transfer by which the thermal equilibrium can be maintained. These are as evaporation, radiation, and convection. Talking about the thermal equilibrium of the body, what happens in the inside the body because of the metabolism taking place inside the body, heat is generated, and this heat has to be taken away from the body in order to maintain the equilibrium temperature. Therefore, there are many types of heat transfer that may occur from the body to the environment. The that is generated inside the body is because of metabolism that is taking place inside the body. If we write the energy balance equation for the human body, then the heat what is generated by the metabolism the minus the work done by the system, that is the excess energy that is available inside the body in order to uh, increase the temperature of the body. Also, the remaining heat will be thrown out of the body. Out of this, uh, QS is the heat specific heat of the body, specific heat because of which the temperature of the body is increased. Therefore, so the required amount of heat that is required for the increase the temperature is termed as QS, that is stored inside human body, whereas the remaining three heat transfers, that is heat transfer by evaporation, this heat transfer is away from the human body, that takes the heat away from the body. Another heat transfer is the radiation heat transfer may be positive or may be negative depending upon the mean radiant temperature. Talking about the evaporative heat exchange again, evaporative heat exchange depends upon the vapor pressure difference between the skin surface and the surrounding air. The 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 vapor pressure of the skin and the vapor pressure of the surrounding air. The difference between these two vapor pressure actually governs the evaporative heat transfer. Third one is the heat transfer by convection. Because of the convection heat transfer depends upon the factors like body temperature, the surroundings, the body surface area that is exposed to the surrounding for the heat transfer to take place, and the fourth one is body film coefficient or of heat transfer. Therefore, these are the four heat transfers. The QM is the heat generated because of the metabolism. Q is the evaporative heat exchange, that is depending upon the vapor pressure difference between the skin and the surrounding air. QR is the radiation heat exchange, and QC is the heat exchange by convection. Now moving on to our new topic. The next topic in this series is the factors that affects the human comfort and temperature. There are certain factors on which the comfort of human beings depends. First one is the gender. If we talk about the gender, then the males experience the comfort, the thermal comfort at a lower temperature as compared to the female, while the females comfort, experiences comfort at higher temperature. Talking about the age is the another factor on which the human comfort depends. If we talk about the human beings in the adult age group, then they will be experiencing the comfort at lower temperature as compared to those in the old age groups or as compared to children. Depending upon the kind of clothing, also the human comfort depends. The people wearing the heavy clothes will experience comfort at lower temperature, while the people wearing the light clothes will be experiencing the human comfort at higher temperature. Now, depending upon the activities are also very important factor on which the human comfort depends. The people that are involved in heavy works, like heavy duty works like gymming or exercise, they will experience they will experience comfort at lower temperature, while those who are involved in light activities like working in the office or sitting somewhere idle, they will receive comfort at higher temperature. Talking about the climate also plays an important role in the human comfort. In the human comfort, the people living in the colder country, in the colder environment, are will be experiencing the human they will be experiencing comfort at lower temperature, whereas the people living in the higher temperature region will receive comfort at higher temperature. Seasons also play very important role in the human comfort. See, the mostly people experiences more comfort in the winter season as compared to the summer season. Along with these factors, there are certain thermodynamical factors also on which the human comfort depend. One is the effective temperature that we will study later. Effective temperature we'll see in the next in the coming time, in the next topic. The heat production and regulation inside the body, that this it also governs the human comfort. Next one is the heat and the moisture loss from the body, and the last one is the moisture content of the air. It also governs the human comfort. The human comfort is governed by, may be governed by any one factor or a combination of more than one factor, maybe two factor or three factors. It may be governed by any of the above mentioned factors. Effective temperature is our next topic. In this chapter we will in this topic we will study about a new term called effective temperature. What is effective temperature, we will see. Actually, what happens, the effect of temperature, humidity and air velocity are not in complete agreement. If we talk about the comfort, they cannot come on a single point to define the comfort Therefore, there is always problem in measuring a single comfort parameter, measuring the comfort in terms of a single parameter that will take into account the variation of all three comfort governing parameters like temperature, humidity and the air velocity. Therefore, often a single parameter is used as an index of comfort, and this parameter is effective temperature. Now, effective temperature is nothing but it is the temperature of some saturated environment at which the person will be experiencing the same level of comfort as compared to the environment in the actual environment in which he was actually present. For example, there are two environments. For example, there are two environments in which first is having the relative humidity of 60% and diurnal temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Now let us consider one more environment in which the relative humidity is 100%, that is, this environment is saturated, and the dry bulb temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. Here, if the person feels the same comfort level in both the environment, then it is said that the 22 degrees Celsius is the effective temperature of the given condition, the condition A that is given here. This is condition A. Of the given condition A, the effective temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. This is all about the effective temperature. Now, the last topic of our of this chapter is the human comfort chart. The comfort chart is physical comfort. It is seen that the humans can feel comfort in a certain range of thermodynamic properties of the moisture, that is relative humidity and the temperature. So the region in which the humans are feeling the comfort, that region is known as comfort region. and that has to be drawn on a chart. Human comfort refers to the physical comfort of the human being, which can be adjusted by adjusting the temperature, humidity, velocity, and purity of air. According to the American Society for Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning, it is seen that 99% of the adult human beings uh, experiences the comfort in such a condition that the dry bulb temperature should be in the range of 24 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature, and the relative humidity should be in the range of 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. So drawing the conditions of dry bulb temperature, the 24 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius, the region between the dry temperature 24 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius, and the region between the relative humidity as 50 degrees Celsius, 50% and 60%. The region that has been obtained, this region, that hatched region, is considered as the comfort zone. This is the this comfort zone is the this is the comfort condition for an adult person that is involved in light activities and wearing light clothes. So that is all about the comfort chart. And with this topic, our chapter is now finished. So we have arrived at the finish of our chapter number 4, unit number 4 of refrigeration and air conditioning of BTech course of RTU syllabus, semester 6. Thank you. Thank you very much.